Hey friend, welcome to my channel. Thank you so very much for being here. Welcome to another vinyasa class geared towards all levels, as I am a big believer in movement for all bodies that leaves you feeling powerful and capable, creating home within. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and be sure to check out that description box below if you're interested in ever working one-on-one. I offer a really compassionate space for healing as I bridge together the mind and the body. And that's it, I guess. Yes. The intros are always so awkward. I don't know. If you know, you know, right? All right. So let's go ahead and begin child's pose. We're going to bring our big toes together, knees no wider than edges of mat, and go ahead and walk those arms out long. Bringing our forehead down. And as we arrive here, just allowing yourself to rock a little bit side to side, loosening up through those hips, massaging that third eye space. Meeting yourself here exactly as you are before landing in stillness. Taking a moment to feel into your heart space, let it feel protected by Mother Earth. Taking a breath in and out of that heart space, inviting it to open, inviting your truest, most radiant self to be here with you on your mat. Letting your breath deepen. Perhaps you can feel the belly rising and falling against your thighs. And maybe even allowing your breath to become audible by finding the ujjayi, that restriction in the back of the throat, as if you were fogging up a mirror. If you would like to set an intention for this practice, an intention for your day ahead, or to dedicate this class to somebody, please go ahead and do so now. And reaching those arms out nice and long, spread the fingers, let your elbows lift. Go ahead and curl up onto those fingertips, letting the palms lift off the mat, and we'll breathe in to look forward. As you breathe out, let's walk our hands over to the right, and then we'll melt our forehead back down. You have the option to keep your fingers, your palms lifted, or you can even go ahead and just place your left hand over the right. Completely up to you. Taking a few deep breaths into the left side body, breathing in the space. Take one more breath here. And on your exhale, walking yourself back through the center and then over to the left. Letting yourself arrive here, letting it be different if it needs. So maybe you're up on the fingertips, maybe you place right hand on the left and drop that forehead down, taking a few deep breaths into right side body. And then coming back through to center, releasing the palms back down and coming all the way up to our tabletop position. We'll stack the joints when we arrive here. We have our shoulders right over wrists and hips over the knees. Keep those fingers spreading wide and press into the tops of the feet. Begin to feel that low belly pull in and up, knit those lower ribs in, and we'll flow through a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, we'll drop our belly, roll the shoulders back, lift chin. On your exhale, tucking the chin to the chest and rounding the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, open the heart. And exhale, round the spine. Let's continue to flow here for a few more rounds. Let your breath be your guide. Pause where it feels good. Maybe even closing the eyes and really noticing the articulation of the spine. Of course, you can begin to add in some extra movement that feels good for you. Just letting this time be organic, let it be simple, nurturing your body and your breath. Coming back through to center. Let's send our right toes to the back of the mat. Take a moment to curl them under, sink back into that right heel. Enjoy a stretch on the back of that right leg. And then coming forward, shoulders right over the wrists. Lift those toes off the mat, keeping all toes pointed straight down. Core is nice and firm as you reach that left arm out nice and long, just holding here. Pressing out of that right hand, really focusing on your length here. As you breathe out, drop that left hand down, begin to pivot on that left shin, finding a kickstand, pointing your right toes out to the right side of the mat now as you reach right arm high for a side plank variation. Stacking the shoulders, try to keep that leg in one nice long line, in line with that hip. And then we'll drop that right foot down, use your core to lift yourself all the way up into that gate pose. Right hand meets right thigh, left arm floats overhead. Breathing in, come through to center. We'll take your hands to heart center and then begin to pivot on the back foot. So it's in the 45-degree angle, bending into the right knee. So right toes facing back, right corner of mat, but your whole body is facing the long edge of the right side. And just sort of let yourself melt into that right hip, finding these little pulses, just enjoying a little stretch here. And then straighten up through that right leg as you drop left hand back down, right underneath that shoulder. Lift right arm, and then lift that right leg again. You can stay here or bend your right knee, looking to grab hold of that ankle. And again, we're still trying to keep that knee in line with the hip here. Let your shoulder roll back, find yourself a little heart opener. Let's release. Find this nice long line here as we begin to come back through to center. Let's keep this right leg lifted. Then we'll drop right toes down, curl them under, squeeze left knee in towards the nose, rounding to the back body. Go ahead and lower, just tap that left knee, inhale, exhale, squeeze. Give me 2. And last one. Beautiful. Curl it in. Drop that left knee down. Lift your right toes. As you exhale, squeeze right knee in towards the nose and drop your right foot in between those hands. Roll shoulders back, curl back toes under to lift back knee. You can rock yourself a little front and back. Just keeping your front knee behind those toes. And then we'll come through to center. Nice little energetic squeeze here. That right hip pulling back to meet the left. Let your low belly be in and up as you begin to float your arms behind you, airplane arms. Squeezing shoulder blades down back body and find a little lift off that thigh, belly hovering right above the thigh. Let's roll up the shoulders here. Forward and up, down and back. Keep breathing. Be aware of both those feet at the same time. And last one here, beautiful. Now scoop your arms down, forward and up. Arrive here, open up that heart space, cactus. Twice more, arms reach down, forward and up. Cactus. Last one, down, forward and up. And cactus those arms here. Beautiful, reach arms high. Hook those thumbs so you're creating a W with your hands. Let your shoulders drop and we'll straighten out through that front leg. Back heel is lifted, energetic squeeze, the inner thighs, core is firm as you begin to reach these arms forward into a modified pyramid. Big stretch to the body, full body activation. Breathe in. As you breathe out, release your hands down, step your right foot back to meet the left, high plank. Feel free to drop those knees here. If you need, elbows hug in tight to side body, we lower all the way down to the belly. Untap the toes, hands in line with upper ribs. Inhale, lifting up, finding your cobra. Keeping the pelvis connected to the earth, lifting any amount that feels okay for that low spine. As you breathe out, release, resting left cheek down to the mat. Inhale to center, lift up to your cobra. Exhale, release, resting right cheek on the mat. Inhale to center, cobra. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Inhale, press up, tabletop position, taking this all over to the other side. Stack your joints here when you arrive. And we'll take those left toes back, curl them under, sink back into that left heel. Linger in the stretch here for an extra moment. As you come forward now, shoulders over the wrists, lift those left toes off the mat. Feel them all point straight down. Keep your hips level. And then we'll reach our right arm out. So again, we're pressing away from that left hand and finding our length here, fingertip to toe tip. As you breathe out, drop that right hand, kickstand on that right shin now as you reach left arm high. Left toes are now facing left side of mat, flexing that foot. Feel your body in one nice long line here as we now drop that left foot down. Use your core to lift all the way up to your gate pose. Left hand slides down left leg, right arm reaches high overhead. Coming up through to center, hands gather at the heart. Pivoting on your back foot now, left toes facing back, left corner of mat, and just find some pulses here to open up through that left hip. Maybe you're feeling it in that left inner thigh. I know I am from my lift yesterday. Whew. On a new workout plan, light, low reps and high, heavy weight. Definitely feeling it. All right, let's begin to straighten out through that back leg now. Arms go back out to your T, drop that right hand, and lift your left leg for your side plank variation. You can stay here, or maybe you bend that left knee, grabbing the left ankle. Let that left shoulder roll back. And release, find this length in the body as you begin to face down to the mat again. Coming back into a one-leg table, keeping that left leg lifted. Inhale here. Let's drop those left toes down and then squeeze the right knee in. Beautiful, rounding through the upper back body, lower right knee, give it a tap. Inhale, exhale, curl. Once more, tap and curl. Lovely, drop that right knee down, lift the left foot, inhale. Exhale, squeeze left knee in, left foot steps in between your hands. Curl back, toes under, lift that back knee. Very gently, just rock yourself a little front and back. We'll come through the center, finding that nice energetic squeeze. As you begin now to airplane your arms along your side body. Low belly hovers right above that left thigh. And then draw some circles with your shoulders. One more. Beautiful. Find those scoops. Just 3 here. Lift those arms up. Cactus. Radiate your heart. Keep this going for 2. And 1. Imagine pulling all that amazing energy up from Mother Earth. Pull it down into your heart and shine it out to every being, everywhere. Beautiful. Lift your arms high. Hook the thumbs, maybe opposite thumb in front. Find that W with the hands and straighten out through those legs. Squeeze the muscle to bone here. Everything comes to the midline as you begin to tilt forward. And breathing out, release hands down, stepping it back to our plank. As we lower now, halfway chaturanga. Inhale to your upward dog. Exhale. Let's take ourselves up to our first downward facing dog. Let your heels be heavy as you pedal out through the legs, just inviting one knee to bend, followed by the other. Feel those shoulders roll away from the ears. Let your head be super heavy here. Spread fingers wide, clawing into all those fingertips. Find a breath, inhale, exhale out through the mouth. Let's drop that left heel down, float right leg high. As you breathe out, squeeze this right knee in towards the nose and drop your right foot in between the hands. We'll roll the shoulders back and then airplane those arms. Feel that low belly pull in and up, feel that right hip squeeze back. Inhale, rise, lift arms high, make your W with your hands. Drop shoulders. And then inhale, find length in the spine. As you exhale, tilt upper body forward slightly so the weight goes into the right foot. Press off the back foot into your one-legged mountain. We'll flex our left foot, cross left ankle over right thigh, and sit back into our one-leg chair. Let's release the bind of the thumbs as you take those arms behind you, finding yourself airplane one-leg chair variation. Breathe in, we'll stand tall, one-leg mountain. As you breathe out, open yourself up to your warrior two. And of course, we'll build the foundation here. So you can peek down, see the right big toe, knees behind those toes. Pelvis is dropped straight down for a weight. It's even between both of our legs. Shoulders stacked right over the hips. Nice front heel to back inner arch connection. And then gaze right up past those right fingertips. Then let's reach this right arm forward. Take that length with you into your peaceful warrior. Left hand meets left thigh. And breathing out, extended side angle. So maybe you drop right forearm to right thigh or drop right fingertips down to the mat. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, we're going to release our left hand down to the mat, pivoting on back foot like we're in our lunge. But keep turning and come onto the knife edge, the pinky toe side of both those feet. As you let your hips drop gently, reach that right hand to the back of the mat. We're going to continue to pivot between extended side angle and our little twisted lunge here, okay? So take your time, move nice and slow. Drop that back foot parallel to the back edge of your mat as you drop right hand, lift left arm high. Exhale, drop that left hand and continue to open up. And we have one more through the center. Open it up, extended side angle. And then drop that left hand and open up those hips. Beautiful. Come through to center. Plant both hands. Let's take it back to our high plank. And you can find your vinyasa, belly to cobra, or chaturanga to upward dog. Of course, with your option to skip vinyasa and head right back to downward facing. One more time on the other side, dropping right heel, foot left leg high. As you exhale, squeeze this left knee in and place left foot in between your hands. Roll the shoulders back, airplane those arms, belly hovers. I almost forgot this part. And then breathe in, come all the way up. Hook those thumbs, find the W. Lengthen out through the spine, very gently lean forward, weight goes into left foot, we'll peel right knee up. Flex our right foot, cross it over left thigh, and sit back into one-legged chair. Release the bind of the hands and airplane those arms. Sit deep into that left heel, nice stretch in our right hip. Inhale, stand tall, pull right knee up with you. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Take your time, build that foundation. We'll stay here just for a couple extra breaths so we can feel aligned in our body. And then we'll reach that left arm forward. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale here. Exhale into your extended side angle. Breathe in. As you breathe out, release your hands down. Begin to pivot on those feet. Now your left hand reaches back, facing the right foot. Come to the center, back foot parallel to short edge of mat, open up, extended side angle. Exhale, find that hip twist. Beautiful, drop that left hand, extended side angle. And one more here, exhale. And inhale. Great work, everybody. Go ahead and drop that right hand down. We're in our runner's lunge, facing top of the mat. Plant our hands, step it back to your plank with your option to flow downward facing. Take a breath here in your downward dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale up through the mouth. Let it go. We're going to do one round of sun B before cooling it down. Let's drop that left heel, float right leg high. As you exhale, squeeze that right knee in, drop right foot in between hands. Pivoting 45 degrees on back foot, so left toes facing upper left corner of mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. You have that nice squeeze with the inner thighs, bending into front leg. Let's hook those elbows, hook the thumbs here, open it up. Notice like how you have that really nice shoulder stretch when you do that. Keep that low belly, floating ribs hugging in. Keep bending deep into front knee. Inhale, exhale, release your hands down. Find that vinyasa. Downward facing. Right heel drops. Inhale, left leg floats high. Exhale, squeeze left knee in. Pivoting 45 degrees on back foot. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Hook the thumbs, open up through the heart. Drop the shoulders. Exhale, release. Let your hands step it back, find your flow. Downward facing. And then we'll bend our knees, look forward, exhale, step, or hop top of mat, forward fold. Half lift, inhale, fold on your exhale. Beautiful, breathe in, come all the way up to stand. Breathing out, sit back into your chair pose. Weights in the heels, knees behind toes. As you breathe out, let's airplane those arms, belly hovers right above the thighs. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, airplane, sit a little bit deeper. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Take one extra breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release. Forward fold. Take a moment here to pause. Shaking your head up with yes and no. And then we'll walk our hands underneath the feet. Palms face up. Toes to the wrists. And let your elbows go out to the sides. Let your head be heavy. So nice little wrist stretch. Deepening the fold. Take a few breaths. Deepening your breath here. Returning to a little bit more stillness, signaling to the body we're preparing for our rest. And then you can begin to slowly release those hands. We'll take it back to our plank with your option for one more vinyasa. Take it or leave it. Downward facing. We'll take a breath here in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Slowly coming down to the knees. We'll spin them out to one side. Bringing the feet in front, planting on your mat with bent knees. Taking a moment here just to squeeze the shins in towards the body. Sitting up as tall as you can, maybe rock a little side to side. Taking a second here just to remember your intention, why you're here on the mat. This is the time when our mind really wants to travel all over the place. Maybe even it's a time when you tend to stop the YouTube video because that's what makes it easy being at home. But just remember why you're here and take this with you to close out our practice. That encouragement to remain present. And then we'll go ahead and walk our hands behind us. Fingers point into the body. Just lean back enough to take this right ankle across it over that left thigh. Flex your right foot. And then you can begin to walk your hands in as well as the feet. However deep you want to take this stretch is completely in your control. So find what feels best for you. And breathe into that right hand. You're welcome to stay here or begin to press into both those hands and into that left foot, lifting yourself up to a one-legged table. Letting your head fall back any amount that feels okay for you. It literally is yogi's choice. Pressing through that left heel. As we breathe out, we'll all meet back into that seated pigeon pose. As you release that left leg out long, taking right foot to your left inner thigh. Inhale to reach arms high. Exhale, folding over this left leg. Flex your left toes. And we'll breathe in to rise all the way back up. Take your right leg out to meet the left. Just pause here for a moment, sit tall. And then we can walk our hands behind us to rebend back into our knees as we cross left ankle over the right. Flex that left foot now, and then find your stretch here, however deep you want to take it. Staying here or lifting up to your one-legged reverse table. Pressing through that right heel. And exhale, meeting back in our our seated pigeon. And then we'll straighten out through this right leg, left foot to your right inner thigh. Reach arms high, inhale. Exhale, fold over that right leg, flex your right toes. And we'll breathe in to come all the way up. This time your right foot's gonna meet the left. Pull your feet in any amount. The deeper they pull in, the deeper the stretch. As you breathe out, let's fold, let your heart come down towards the feet. You can let your shoulders round, your head be heavy here. Inhale to rise. If it feels okay in your body to keep your legs as they are, please do so. And then we're gonna lower all the way down to our back. Shoulders snuggle under the heart. A hand rests on the belly and a hand rests on the heart space. Supta Baddha Konasana. Feeling the breath rise and fall through the belly. Just letting your body be breathed. And we'll take our arms out into a T and just lift this right knee, place it over the left, finding yourself in a twist. You can look out over your right shoulder. Head comes back through the center, lift your knees, take them over to the right, looking out over left shoulder. And bringing everything back through to center. We'll take our legs out nice and long on the mat. Keep your arms wide as we find our final rest, knowing that this rest is just as important as the movement. Letting every finger and every toe completely relax. Let your whole body be held. As you release any control over the breath, and let the mind quiet. Just simply soaking up your practice. And this is where I will leave you. I encourage you to stay here for at least a few moments. Or if you have some more space, the longer, the better. I hope you have a beautiful day today, and I'll see you again real soon. Namaste.